Smashing Pumpkins October 13th. Tickets on sale now. Get complete details on all of our upcoming shows on the concert page, kfan.com, keyword calendar.
What a legendary first day show, Guardsy. I mean,
crazy.
Look at this. Later in the show, we have John Breen, right? 5:15, maybe 5:30, somewhere in there. Music critic immortality.
51 years now.
That's correct.
Yep.
Andy Luger is going to join, allegedly, with an apology at 4 o'clock. He's joining us in studio. We've already had Jimmy Jam today. And now, speaking of legends, I mean, this has to be I think this might be our most impressive opening day lineup, start to finish, for pure depth, don't you think?
Yes. Yes.
And that includes, from Monty Kryson's Traveling Reptile show, because I still got to give Monty proper credit.
Of course.
Two Dogs, the man now in charge of the Animal Kingdom Empire, now kind enough to join us as well. How are you, man?
Well, I'm good, but no pressure at all with that intro.
No, that's... Yeah, I was subtly trying to give you the sense that you better bring it today.
Better step it up.
Bring it.
I do always feel sorry because, we come to the fair, and you're always our first meeting spot. But that also means I'm a little rusty, so I got to knock all the rust off with you guys, and then I'm all polished up for everyone.
For everybody else.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a reverse Jimmy Jam.
Have you got, what's your Fox 9 schedule? You got a bunch?
We go on them tomorrow, 6:30 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Well, we've talked about this before, depending on schedule. We could bring you back for an encore, too, because then, like you said, you say you're not rusty, you've worked out all the kinks, you've jettisoned all your bad material, and you've only kept the stuff that works,
Your bad
correct?
jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I have to prove what I back.
Yeah, that's the
back up what
pressure.
I say.
It's a different kind of pressure.
But
exactly
I was
right.
thinking in your last segment, his arguments versus, disagreements.
Yes.
No, Monty and I, we definitely had arguments. That was not just a disagreement.
Yes.
It was like, well, one of us wants to win.
Yeah, that sounds like Monty for sure.
Because I distinctly remember the one year he got Blondie, this big snake that he was so excited
I remember
about.
Blondie.
Oh, yeah, Blondie's been
Blondie's
here. Yeah.
the one that wrapped him up. And, of course,
Yes.
as he's like on death's door, he's thinking, the boys are going to love this at the fair. It's going to be a great story.
Do you think, looking back on that, do you think he was purposeful in saying, I think I can fend off Blondie, but if it gets close, what a great series of stories I have. I mean, knowing him, because the performance was so big to him, it wouldn't surprise me if he said, let's kind of tempt the gods here. I think I'm going to be okay, because if I pull through, I got a story for the next 10 years.
I mean, talk about being an optimist, though.
Well, yeah.
Like, this might go really bad, but I can see how we can use this and, maybe ring that till just a few extra times by going out this way.
Yeah. Well.
And that was one of those arguments. He's like, let's bring Blondie on K-Fan because it'll be a great story and we want to tell about it. And, like, these things happen. Like, and I'm over there like, no, let's not.
Let's not.
And I'm in this situation. I can't win either way because if we bring Blondie and it goes bad, that's bad for me.
Very bad for everybody.
I want to take this over. I want to keep this reptile thing going. Monty set the foundation. I want to keep building it. But if it goes well, I get years of hearing, I told you it would be fine. Just relax. There's no reason to worry.
I am guessing you are, of the two of you, you had to be, relatively speaking, the voice of reason most of the time, right?
I might have been speaking, but I don't know if there's a lot of listening going on.
That's probably true.
We're definitely kind of like the married couple because there was one time he turned to me, he's like, I wish I was younger. I would just like to fight you one time.
Just light you up, huh?
Yep, we'd usually have one day where there's just no reason to be mad, but it's just like, and we're just going to be mad at each other today for who knows what or why.
Refresh our memory on the Monty, how we talk about Jimmy, how he got into the music business and what he was trying to get to. If you go back to the very beginning with Monty, where did this empire
start?
Start?
Well, his love for animals started in Wisconsin on the farm, just growing up, being around animals. It got to the point where when it was time to ship cattle out, Monty would come up to the cities to his uncle's place and go help out doing auto body. And then when he'd come home, a bunch of the steers, the beef cattle, would be gone. Because the one day when all the trucks were there, he just went down the driveway and dumped sugar into each one. Like, you're not taking my cattle.
Wow.
You're not taking my cattle.
Right.
Apparently that was frowned upon, and they didn't really
Yes,
like
they
it.
were delighted about that.
You know, when the truckers show up, like, your 12-year-old son isn't here, right? Because our trucks didn't run right last time.
Ooh.
But then when he was up here, he was managing a bar called the Left Guard, which is how he got to know all the Vikings back in the day. Sulky and all of them.
Right.
And the owner told Monty, like, hey, you got to do something to get some people in here. So he thought, like, oh, maybe I'll get a monkey, you know, all these different things. And he settled on a snake. And he built a big cage, and behind the bar, they had this big snake they brought in. And then allegedly, on Tuesdays, they would feed the snake, and some good friends of his would, help people decide how long it may or may not take for the snake to grab the duck, how long to kill the duck. And, they might place some friendly wagers on that and everything. After a while, they had to go to a dead duck because some people complained they didn't like the live one. But it started with that, and then he had a teacher friend that asked him to bring some of his reptiles into her classroom.
Yeah, what was her name? That was what I was going to ask. Yeah.
I don't know if she wants that review.
Yeah,
Probably
I
not.
understood.
I don't want to be
understood.
responsible.
Understood.
So he came in, did this little talk, and the principal saw it and came up to Monty. He was like, hey, can you stay? We'll feed you lunch, which probably sold the deal for Monty, free food. We'll feed you lunch, and then can you do that same talk for the entire school? Do a school assembly. And then the principal paid him. Monty did some math. He's like, well, that pays a lot of bills right there, and that kind of kick-started it, and that was late 70s, and it just went from there.
Did he always have the natural gift of gab in terms of being the guy to tell it in a way that makes it entertaining?
He does, because he had that unbelievable just self-confidence and belief in whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
Whether it's contradicting what he just said 5 seconds earlier, and you'd just be so enthralled in anything he said, you were just following along like, yep. And you'd be laughing so hard, and the next day you're telling the story, like, you should have been there. Like, it was hilarious. You're like, oh, what did he say? I don't have a clue. I can't tell you, but just understand it was so funny. It was amazing.
I believe it. I'm not at all surprised. All right, we got a little bit behind on the clock, so let's get a pause in. That'll give Two Dogs a chance to unleash these beasts that might be dangerous.
Yes.
This might be the year one of them gets away. I don't know.
Which you can watch at kfan.com/watch.
That's the beauty of it.
And I'll also take reminder videos of Zach Halverson, who is afraid of most of the things that Two Dogs is going to bring out. So that's kind of the show within the show.
You see how much more sophisticated over the years his equipment has become?
Yeah.
Now he got the fancy tripod. He's got all, back in the day it was like this
He was holding
it's like
the phone,
basically his
basically.
phone,
Yeah.
and it was shaking, and it was like, now he's like this pro's pro. It's unbelievable.
It's about time.
Well, he got
We
raised
motivated
right,
him.
didn't he?
Yeah, yes,
For
he
sure.
did. Yes, he did.
All right, back from the Great Minnesota Get-Together. As I said, Andy Luger, a little after the start of 4 o'clock hour. John Bream as well, and a very busy first day for us at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
Barreiro, live from the State Fair.
Run the meeting. Run the edit. Run the timeline. Run the house. Run 3 screens at once. Different rhythms, same velocity. All powered by ultra-fast internet speeds on a 99.9% reliable network. Yay to main character internet energy. Yay to you with Quantum Fiber from AT&T.
creativity and learning into their classroom every day. It's iHeartRadio's Think a Teacher. It's powered by Donors Choose. Keep listening as we recognize and reward inspiring educators. Learn more at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Guardsy, on our production meeting,
Yeah.
there was a couple of complaints from the audience in front of us saying they're having trouble hearing Two Dogs.
Yeah.
So I think we do the best we can. I know there's feedback issues if we go too high.
Yep.
But I wanted you to be
I'm
aware
monitoring it. Yeah,
of
Helby
that
told me.
as well. Good. We are back at the Shadow of the Grandstand, Great Minnesota Get Together, Day 1, Carousel Park. And Two Dogs is back with an interesting critter front and center here. What can you tell us about? These kids are trying to get awfully close to this animal. That worries me a little bit, Two Dogs. Should we be worried?
Well, none of the parents seem worried about these kids, so I assume they're not their favorites. So, I mean, and there's one thing Hank has always taught me about reptiles. If Hank gets bit, or if one of these kids get bit, it's not going to hurt me at all. So,
However, it might sting one of the kids.
it might. They're
Yeah.
going to have a story they can show people the rest of their life. But
Yeah.
what a way to go back to school. Like, what happened to your face?
So, by the way, as Guardsy mentioned, you can watch via the usual KFN YouTube channels? KFN.com/watch. Because it's frustrating over the years when we do this segment every year, first day, people say, well, I can't see them. Well, now you can. So hopefully you're taking advantage of that opportunity because this is a very visual segment. There's no question about that. It's about not just you describing the animals, but people seeing them as well. So what do we have in front of us here? It looks very alert to me.
To every one of those that's complaining they can't see it, they should know. Come over on Nelson
That's a great
Street.
point.
Come on in.
Yes.
Check it all out. You can see more than you can see here. I mean,
And
Zach's doing a great job.
And a bargain price.
Five-
For decades, I felt like that is continued to be the best bargain at the Great Minnesota Get
I
Together.
still, a lot of people are telling me, you need to raise your prices. You need to raise your price. The problem is, $5 to me is still $5. It's not what it is today where a 5
Yep.
is what a 1 was to me years ago.
Right?
And like we had one couple come out and be like, that's cheaper than a beer and worth it. They're like, yeah, good point. I mean, Wisconsin, we love our cheap beers. So on the
The stare down between the kids and this iguana
Yep.
It's interesting.
is pretty funny.
So this is Dooner. She's a 38-year-old rhinoceros iguana. Average on iguanas is about 20 to 25 years
Oh,
or so.
wow. Durability here.
She is above average. And at work, she is a lady. At home, she is, there's a special word for it that Monty would probably be able to say. But she's
Those
a
are-
very strong-willed, independent female. We'll
Better
just
way to
say
put
that.
it. Yes, well done.
And she will let you know. So at home, she's got a big outdoor pen so she can get this natural sunshine, which she loves. That's the only reason she's sitting there right now. Not because I'm this amazing iguana trainer. She's just like, thank you for the sun. I'm going to sit here till I'm hot. But at home, like, all right, outside in the sun all day, time to come in because
Yeah.
it's going to get cold that night. Open the door, turn and run. Because she is going to chase you down for about 10, 15 yards. And it's just kind of this game we play where she just reminds me she's in charge. After I run away from her, I can go over and pick her up and just carry her in. But if I try to go grab her right away, she's going to let me know, like, no. We do things on my schedule.
She's
So-
got really good posture.
Oh, we've
Really
been working
impressed.
on that.
Strong core.
Yeah, I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
good
it's
workout
almost like a
program.
statue.
And that's a huge way how they survive in the wild. Most reptiles, about 90% of their life is simply spent hiding. So you don't see them ever. They're just
Yeah, right.
in a spot where they'll be
They want
left
to
alone.
survive, yeah.
Whereas
That's Dan's method too.
Pretty close.
That's a
there's
very-
nothing
very
wrong
close.
with being a
Yeah,
hermit.
that's
you know,
it.
Yeah.
Once you embrace
I'm not
it,
far behind.
you'll get it. You'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
If you need pointers, I used to kind of laugh about Monty being that way, but I get it now.
Yeah.
You see somebody pulling in the driveway, like, what do you want?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you here?
Get out of here.
But she sits so still because down in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, you know, you talk about these things every day, then you forget where they're from. But they're going to be on the volcanic rock of these islands. Beautiful, beautiful area, but they're going to be in the wide open sunning themselves. But if they sit this still on the volcanic rock that looks just like their skin, it's very hard for the stuff that wants to eat them to see them. And I'm not a nature expert, but typically if the stuff that wants to kill you can't see you, that tends to make for a pretty good day. So,
Well, here's what impresses me, Guards. You have 3 younger kids than I do.
I do.
See, at that age, the ages of the kids who are in front of this animal
It's incredible.
staying as close as they are, I
Yep.
wouldn't be within, I'd be like 30 feet further back. Now, I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying that I would be too terrified. They were like right on top of the animal.
They were, but I'm impressed that they were right on top of the animal. But like I'm thinking about my children, one in particular that would have
Would've-
been trying to like touch it in the
Oh,
face.
interesting.
But, like even though he knows that he shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And yes, it's the middle son, the hockey player.
I have that kid too, and I'm in that tough position where he always likes to have his face right there.
Yep.
And in your head, you're just like, I need you to get bit by something that isn't going to hurt
Yeah,
you too
you're
much.
right.
To get the
But
point
that's
across.
the only way
Yeah, you're
you're
right.
going to learn that lesson, because I know your genetics, and it's, we just got to learn some
Yeah.
things.
The kids are amazing. Amazing restraint. Good job by the parents.
I'm glad that animal. So you said how old now?
She is 38,
38 and average is 25, 27?
25, yep.
Is she still pretty healthy? Knock on wood. I mean, that's an impressive run.
Yeah.
Hope she's around for a long time.
And that'd be one of the ones Monty got years ago in California.
California.
So this one we're not going to pet right away. So what I have in my hand here is a Mexican beaded lizard, and the one that Hank has is a Gila monster. So you see how these guys look kind of similar?
Oh, yeah.
That's always great to say on the radio. Do you see this?
KFAN.com/watch.
They can watch.
There you go.
Or $5
So
at Monty's
these are
Traveling
your
Reptile
only
Show.
2 venomous lizards in the world. So if you get bit by one of these guys, don't worry. You're not going to die. Just go find a bathroom you really like. Because if you've ever had what we call like the stomach flu, where nothing is staying in, that's what you'll get from these guys.
Oh, that's a good
Now,
message at the fair.
We try to be optimistic, so
Sure.
it's a great weight loss program. And people that have been bit by these guys will tell you, don't worry, you're not going to die. You're just going to wish you were dead. Very painful for 3 to 5 days.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'd keep my distance.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
wait, there's more.
Oh, good.
Some people's liver and kidneys cannot filter out the venom that these guys
Oh,
have.
no.
So some people get to relapse randomly every once in a while.
Just out of nowhere.
Yep.
You think you're past it, and you go, there it goes, the Gila monster again.
Yep, it's like the flu. Like, I think I'm okay, and you go out and like,
Oh, that's
I'm
not fair.
okay.
That's cruel.
How you feeling, Helvey?
Yeah.
He's
So
keeping
which
his
of these
distance.
is a more dangerous lizard?
This guy, just because he's bigger.
Bigger, yeah,
They're basically
gotcha.
the same thing. That guy, the Gila monster, you're going to find in the U.S.,
Right.
Arizona, Nevada, Utah. Then you go down into Mexico, and that's where you'll find these guys.
So are these petable at all for the kids in front of us, or is
Yeah,
that?
you guys can just pet them right on the back. And when we go to schools, we always tell the kids, like, if you try to pet their face, I will slap your hand away.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
this guy isn't going to try to bite you. He's pretty well behaved. But we always kind of hate to say that out loud, because that's kind of...
That's a tough
Well,
disclaimer.
you guys got good insurance.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, you're covered.
And they like it because we don't use them. We send money their way, and they get to just keep it.
I like it.
And I like that too. I don't really ever want to have to call
No.
them up other than, how much do I owe you for this year? And I'd really like to just keep that streak going.
It's a limited number of fingers that have been lost over the years. I
Yeah,
think,
in
right?
my 17, 18 years out here, just a handful.
Yeah. Very impressive. What's the ages of these two?
So this guy,
The big one?
we were talking.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other day. When I started helping Monty in 2004, this animal was an adult. So we're thinking he's knocking on the door of about 30 years old.
Wow. Okay.
The other one is probably right about 8 to 10 years old. So this Mexican beaded lizard, he's probably above average too. I mean, we like a lot of our stuff, we don't know. Monty wasn't great about keeping
Yeah.
records. and
Yeah.
he would make things up just as much as I do, so who knows what we're talking about. But we say it with confidence so people
Well, so
believe
is
us.
it you treat them so well that they seem to last so long, or is it just heredity, or just luck, or genetics?
One's
or?
a little bit of luck. They have
Yeah.
to have the good genetics,
Right.
but it doesn't do us any good to not take
Yeah.
the best care of them as we can. Because if you got to replace a guy like that, you might be a couple $1,000.
What do
or
these
something.
guys eat?
So these guys are mice and rats.
Okay.
So they're anything made of meat. That's what they're going to eat.
They don't have to be alive, do they?
Nope. We raise our own mice and
I
rats.
remember
and
that. Yeah, I thought you said. Yeah.
We just pull them out of the freezer and hand them to
Do you
them.
have to defrost them at all?
We do thaw them out.
Thaw them a little. That's unfair. I think it's kind of cruel for the
The
lizard
ones
to have
we
to
don't like, here's
Some
an
might
ice
like
cream
him
for you.
frozen.
fend for yourself, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That probably makes sense.
So speaking of ice, Albert, the big alligator that Monty had that passed away
Yes.
3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah, big one.
we'd let him out in the springtime, and he would go over and find a snow pile and just start grabbing that and throwing it up and eating ice, and he'd go out on the snow.
Really?
And I don't think that's normal for an alligator to be out playing in the snow.
Wouldn't
but-
think so. Oh, look at that. Yeah, good
Thank you.
producing.
Yeah.
So he would
That's
do that.
hands-on producing right
Yeah.
there. I mean, that's
I need all the help I can get, so
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, they want to hear you. You're mesmerized.
Well, like I told the one guy, we do it on purpose so you think what I say is interesting.
Yeah, and smart.
Just use your imagination and fill in something really great.
yeah, there's some of that to it. That's
Who
for
would have
sure.
thought the most dangerous thing this segment would be a woman in the crowd coming down?
I've
getting
been
in two
married. I
dogs'
know it
face.
is.
Yeah.
What else do we have? What do you want to do?
Let's
clockwise?
do one. You got one more?
Let's do one more.
We do. We got the big tortoise roaming around that all the kids were on.
Yeah, where did
Oh
that
yeah,
go?
that's right. I forgot. Yeah, there's a tortoise over here that's just wandering.
Sometimes
In case
having a
anybody's wondering.
Is it
tortoise-
under the bench? Under
Yeah,
the seats?
it's over here. He's,
Oh,
he's
okay.
getting pet
Front
over
row
here.
seat.
Okay.
Sometimes
Oh, yeah, I see it.
having a tortoise is like having a kid every once in a while. Like,
Just gotta-
yeah,
oh,
where
there
is
you-
that?
yeah.
I'm missing one.
Yeah.
So this tortoise and the one I'm holding are the same kind. It's an African sulcata tortoise. The big one there in the front row is not done growing.
Wow.
Yep. So they can get a lot bigger. The problem is they're really good at reproducing. And when they're born, they're come out of an egg about the size of a ping pong ball.
Wow.
And they make babies easy, and some pet stores like, well, I can make these and I can sell them. Well, what they forget to tell people, or people forget to do their research, yeah, this thing's going to live a while and it's going to get huge. I've seen them up around 200 pounds or so. And tortoises are awesome, but they are constant work. Not hard work,
Yeah.
but every day. And
Like
that's-
what? What do you mean?
Well, he's going to eat every day, and what goes in must come out. And there will be lots of Tootsie Roll. Well,
okay.
the big guy is past Tootsie Roll size. We're
Okay.
much, much bigger. But
Record breaking?
yeah, I always tell people, if you've seen the comic Family Circus and you got all these little black dots, the chaos of the day, that's what having a tortoise is. Except all those little black dots are where he's left some fertilizer behind, and you got to go clean up after him.
So if it wanted to move or was being chased, how fast could the big one go?
If you walk out here with a banana, that'd be about the only thing that's going to motivate him. I mean, it's a fast walk. Is
Okay, that's
all
about
is.
it. That's still
But
their limits.
If there's anything that's threatening him, he's just going to pull his head into his shell. If you look at his front legs, the scales are really thick, because if you grow up in Africa, there's a lot of stuff that just wants to eat you. And you got to have a way to
Yeah,
either
to
protect
protect,
yourself
yeah.
or get away. These guys are absolutely terrible at climbing trees, so they just go with the armor plating.
Hard shell,
Yep.
right? Is it pretty impenetrable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll just wait for that lion or hyena basically to just get bored, and
Oh,
then
I
they
see.
go on their day. And they just graze and eat all day. That is all they do.
They mind their own
Lucky.
business pretty much?
Yep. Well, this guy, he's definitely a mature male, so he's got something
Okay.
else on his mind from
Okay,
time
gotcha.
to time.
Right.
But mostly it's just
Mostly
eating.
it's, yeah.
Yep. Like a
Beautiful.
lot of males.
Yeah.
We're simple creatures.
Very much so. That's true.
People try to make us so much more complicated than we
Yeah,
are.
that's often true. Yeah. Well, so remind people where specifically you're located. If they don't know by now, I'll be shocked. But
The
nevertheless.
easiest way, everybody knows where the DNR fish ponds are. Go look at the fish, check out the DNR building, and then come across the street on Nelson Street. We've been there for, I think we built that building in 2001, and before that, we were right next door. It's $5 a person. You come in, there's over 40 live reptiles. It is
And
the-
stay as long as you want. That's
Yep.
the beauty of it. There's no
And-
pressure.
And we tell, you'll see parents, they send their kids in, and the
Yeah.
kids just love it.
Yeah.
And you pull mom or dad aside, hey, just so you know, they're paid for the whole day. We're not changing things out, so we're not going to charge you again if they come back in. We don't want to say it too loud,
Yeah.
so the kids aren't like, take us back. But at least mom and dad seem great if they walk by again, hey, why don't you go back in?
I mean, I don't know how you feel about this. I don't know if I'm going to lose my One of Us card if I ever got one.
Yeah, you didn't, but go ahead.
But the Monty's deal, Two Dogs deal, is a hell of a lot more interesting than the fish ponds. I'm sorry. The fish pond. Do people actually go to those because they are fascinated, or do they go because they see other people go and feel, I guess I got to look.
Yeah.
Even though it's just, I'm sorry, you have a lot more interesting stuff. Is that, am I allowed to say that?
Well, I'm not the best case because, as you know, I didn't grow up coming here.
That's true.
I have never once stopped at the DNR fish pond, ever. Nor has it ever
I'm sorry.
appealed to
It's
me
just,
to do it.
yeah.
So
Well,
I'm with you, I guess.
For my family, it was a tradition because it was free.
Yeah,
We'll take you to the fish pond.
I get that part.
Yep.
I do, but you're man, you guess there's just so much more interesting stuff to look at.
And then when I was little, we'd go up and see Monty, and my dad and Monty would have what I call the Midwest standoff. I'm paying. No, you're not. Take the money. I will not take your money. Like, there's going to be a throwdown over like $4 back in the day.
That's right.
Well, to your point about there's sometimes early years I came here where I'd see all these people looking, and I'm going.
You think Janet Jackson's there?
Yeah,
or
I'm
something.
going.
Yeah.
I guess I got to go over there, and then I'm trying to. I didn't have the guts to say, like, elbow the person and say, what are you guys looking at? What am I missing? I don't think there's anything. Maybe there's nothing there. It's just the tradition of it.
I think it's probably the tradition and the price.
And the price.
Free,
as you
free,
say,
free.
which is
Everyone wants
pretty
something
good.
for
Exactly.
free.
But maybe one year the DNR won't bring any fish out, and we'll see how many people still come look.
Maybe
Then
that's
we'll
the
know.
test. That'd be the ultimate test.
I
Good
think
point.
plenty of people will still come over there and look.
How about a round of applause for our guy, Two Dogs? Always joins us as part of the Monty Kryson Traveling Reptile Show tradition.
Usually the first guest of the fair, but we had the surprise.
We
Jimmy
had
Jim
to
up here.
fudge. I hope you're not bitter, but you are first day, and that's always going to be your day.
I'm always going to appreciate having an opening act like that. I can't be mad about that.
Hard to be mad at
whatsoever.
that. Yeah, I think that's very true. And maybe we'll do something late, like you said, when you've polished the your best comedy material. You know, maybe we go late.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
We're here whenever you need us.
Yeah.
We'll come running.
We can even do it on a Sunday because I'm out here both Sundays too. So we'll see. Well, my people will be in touch with your people.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Two Dogs. Let's take a top of the hour pause. A little bit late. John Bream is going to join us in the 5 o'clock hour. Music critic extraordinaire, Star Tribune. Andy Luger is waiting patiently, maybe impatiently, actually. I think he's going to issue an apology at the start. There's a lot to discuss with him. And we'll get that started after a very brief top of the hour break. Great first day at the Great Minnesota Get Together, right in the shadow of the grandstand, of course, Carousel Park, our fan location. Back in just a minute.
This is Bumper to Bumper live from the